This is the Christmas Story 2020, a very special year. Every story starts with a once upon a time, and this story is no exception. Once upon a time, in the great town of Kidderminster, a certain Mr. Rowland Hill stepped off his pedestal and knocked on the front door of the town hall. He waited a short while before walking through the doors and straight up the stairs to the mayor's office. The mayor was sitting contemplating the year gone by, thinking, what could be done to make this Christmas time special for Kidderminster? To Rowland's surprise, sitting beside the mayor was King Charles I. "How about a large market?" said the king. "We had one for years," the mayor replied, "but it's long gone now." "Gone?" said the king. "Sadly, yes," replied the mayor. Mr. Hill rubbed his chin thoughtfully. "How about issuing a special Christmas stamp?" "It's a bit late," said the mayor. "We've only a week till Christmas Eve." There was a knock on the large wooden door. "Enter," said the mayor, the king and Mr. Hill together. The door opened slowly and an elf appeared with a letter. He stood in front of the mayor and took a bow. "It's for you, your mayorship." And he handed the letter over and then grabbed the mayor's hat, and although it was far too large for an elf to wear, began to scurry around the room, banging into the chair legs and the desk and narrowly missing the fireplace. The king playfully put his hand down on the hat and the elf came to an abrupt stop. The elf jumped away and flicked the hat back onto the mayor's head, then bid his farewell as he ran through the drawer and vanished in a puff of green smoke. The mayor cast her eyes on the contents of the letter and read it out loud. The word "help" sprang from the paper. "I'm unable to get around all the houses of Kidderminster this Christmas time. I need your help. You are my last hope." It was signed by Santa. Well, I never! Now we're in deep water, higher than the River Stour and the River Severn has ever been. We can't have this. What can we do? "You need a magic carpet," said Mr. Hill. "That's a fantastic idea. I'll ring round and order one. I know the very place." So the mayor picked up the phone and rang the Brinton's carpet factory, and then rang the Harriers to help with carrying her around the town on the special carpet. Luckily, the factory had the perfect carpet for the job. It was red with little flowers and green edges all around, just perfect for the occasion. Within a few moments of ringing, the van arrived, followed by the Harriers who'd run all the way to the town hall. "This will be fun," said the mayor, as she took one step up onto the carpet. Very, very carefully, the team hoisted the carpet onto their shoulders. And as they slowly paraded up the street, turning into the high street and round the bend, the carpet began to flutter and shake on its own accord. Then, without a by your leave, it took off and lifted high above the buildings. The mayor couldn't believe it. She stood firm and looked out at the view of her town below. The magic carpet radiated its magic to the town below. Children began to rise from the ground and land on the carpet behind the mayor. There were lots of children. In fact, all the children of Kidderminster rose up and landed on the ever-growing carpet. They weren't cold either, as being magic, the carpet was heated. And the carpet and the passengers flew by all the wards, from Agburn and Spennels, through Blakebrook and Haberley South. Then the magic carpet and the passengers flew over Broadwaters, skimmed by Foley Park and Hoobrook. They all waved as they flew over Franch and Haberley North, and they finally circled over Offmore and Comberton. Suddenly, Santa appeared with lots of stuffed bags. "Hello, children! Hello, Madam Mayor! "Oh, thank you so much for coming to my rescue," he said, with a huge beaming smile. "I've been unable to make anything this year. However, I have a fantastic idea which I think you're going to love." He handed out a white sack to each of the children. "Now, close your eyes and gather what's inside the sack." The children did exactly as Santa told them to do. All the bags were titled, with some having happiness on. Others had joy, friendship, caring and sharing. Some had smiles and hugs. "Ho, ho, ho," said Santa. "Now throw the contents out into the air." A trail of little white magical sparkly messages fluttered down on every ward. "Sometimes giving is more fun than taking and receiving." And all the children laughed and shook their bags till they were empty. Down below, the animals in the safari park and all the gardens looked up to see what was going on, and in their own dialects agreed it was a very good sign. As the magic carpet completed the last circuit and everyone waved at the steam trains creaking and hissing and gasped at the sparkly new station, there came a noise like a knocking on wood. "That's strange," thought the mayor. But then it happened again and again. Someone said, "Time to go, time to go." The secretary opened the door and the mayor opened her eyes. She'd fallen asleep in her chair. Time to go, Madam Mayor. It's snowing outside. It's a brilliant white sparkly snow." The mayor was a little confused. Where have the children gone? Where's the king?" She gazed out the window and saw the statue of Rowland Hill, standing tall and white, gathering snow on his head. But... And then she realised she'd fallen asleep a right merrill 40 winks. "Yes," she said, "it's time to go," as a warm feeling radiated through her. The mare put her coat on and stepped off onto the fresh, white, crisp, crunchy snow and walked off. This year will be a special time indeed. Not the year to get everything you want, but everything you can give to help your fellow friends and family and appreciate everything that you have. I wish you all a very happy Christmas and a very happy New Year.